Hi there and welcome back to Valley por Vida. Well, photo art is different than photography, and it's a great way for us to really capture life's most precious moments. One photographer in the RGV is dedicated to helping families in our area and making sure their special moments are that much more memorable. Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Danielle. My name is Jeff Contreras. I'm one of the local photographers here. And I photograph pretty well. I was gonna say shoot. Nowadays you can't really do that a lot, but I'm old school. So I photograph a lot of stuff, from weddings, quinceañeras. I specialize in sports. I specialize in collages. I do a lot of stuff that some of the local photographers kind of don't dabble in. You know, you have to find your niche. And I think my niche is that and connecting with some of my clients, the ones that really want to get things done, It's a great way to capture the moment because, I'm there to capture that moment. That's what I'm hired to do. If something happens and I miss it, to me, I'm not doing my job. They're there for me to capture the smiles, to capture the cries, to capture the ring, to capture the look. I'm there to capture everything. And if I don't do that, I'm not doing my job. I work. I don't just sit there and just kind of take pictures here and there, bring it up to my head. Okay, yeah, just move over. No, I'm sweating. I'm getting the job done. And I do that for a reason, because I love what I do. And I'll be honest with you, it's not the money. It's not the money I get. It's the actual, feeling that I give people. That's what really keeps me going. I'm poor. No, I'm just kidding. But it's just, it's a thing that really gets me is I like making people happy.
If you'd like more information on how to help, or to reach him rather, for help capturing your family's special moments, then feel free to check out his website. Well, the pandemic changed a lot of things, including the way we safely test drive and buy cars, all while saving time and money. Car shopping can be tricky, but with the right knowledge, the process can be a breeze. Our team caught up with an award-winning car sales professional for some helpful tips to keep in mind.
Hello, my name is Victoria Keith, and for a little more than 4 years, I sold cars, and that's when I realized, after assisting hundreds of clients, they did not know how to properly buy a car. So I developed Ask Victoria as a result. First thing, I always tell my clients when I consult with them, the first 3 things that you need to know. 1, where you stand with your credit. 2, understanding your income. And 3, setting realistic expectations. A lot of times people came to the car lot unaware of where they sit with their credit. If you don't know where your credit is, why are you out shopping for a car? 2, understanding your income. I always recommend that if you go to the dealership, bring at least 3 check stubs with you so the bank will have an idea of what your average monthly income is. And 3, if you know the first 2, you should be well aware of where your expectations should be when you visit the dealership. So sit down, create a budget, know where you stand with your credit, go in there understanding that you might have to look at this sedan versus this SUV. I always recommend that you have access to a payment calculator. Once you do get the deal that you want, run it through the payment calculator, make sure that interest rate is not marked up. I always recommend that. If you're looking at a used car, go to your bank or credit union and have them run what's called an NADA report. They will be able to let you know if the vehicle is marked up too high and how much it is marked up. So those are my 2 bonus tips I like to give people to save money. Definitely, you can always find me on social media everywhere at Ask Victoria and the number 1 for free tips and tools, but also visit my website, askvictoria.net. I have access to consultations, ebook, and also free tools as well. I definitely recommend that before you need a vehicle, that's when you should shop. Don't rush into the car buying process. This is the second largest, some people say second largest purchase that you will make. So make it a timely and a wise decision. So take your time and make sure it's something that works with your budget.
Be sure to reach out to her if you'd like more helpful tips to keep in mind when beginning your car search this year. Well, this month, the Valley saw extreme weather that lingered along the Texas Gulf Coast and the entire state of Texas, and the American Red Cross stepped in to offer a few safety tips for RGV residents so that you can keep in mind. Let's go ahead and take a look at some right now. So when dealing with severe weather in the Valley, the Red Cross of South Texas urges everyone to stay safe by following some of the following rules. Make sure to keep warm by staying inside as much as possible, and if you don't have to go anywhere, then don't. And if you do need to leave the house, then make sure to dress in layers and bring pets indoors for warm shelter. Make sure you also identify at least 2 exits in the home in case you have to escape in the event of an emergency, like a fire. And of course, if you're using a portable heater in the home, make sure to keep it at least 3 feet from anything that can burn. That includes furniture, carpets, curtains, and of course, people. And make sure to place heaters on solid, non-flammable surfaces in areas that do not block any exits or have a lot of high foot traffic. It's also a good idea to plug them into the wall outlets directly and never use an extension cord. Remember to turn off and unplug your space heater anytime you leave the room or you go to bed, and never use generators indoors. It's also good practice to test any batteries or smoke and carbon monoxide detectors in the house just to make sure that your home is as safe as possible. All right, well, it can be tricky to remember all these rules, especially since we're not that familiar with severe weather, but it can happen at any time, so it's best to just keep these helpful tips and tricks in mind so that your family can be safe. And if you'd like more information, feel free to follow the American Red Cross Texas Gulf region on Facebook or log on to their website. And don't forget, you can always download their emergency app for iPhone or Android at redcross.org/apps. Well, 5 students from Veterans Memorial High School have earned a chair in the Texas Music Educators Association All-State Band, and this is considered the highest level of achievement for any music student in the state of Texas. Our team dropped by their campus to speak with their band director about what it took for them to accomplish this goal.
Okay, good morning. My name is Guillermo de la Cruz III. I have been the head band director here at Veterans Memorial for 4 years now. I started in 2017. Came over, helped rebuild the band program, lift it up, and we've been able to, get these wonderful students, to reach the success that they have reached at the state level. So that process is actually pretty rigorous. Typically we would begin late July, early August in learning the music and preparing for auditions that would happen, starting in November all the way through January as they advance. This year, because of the pandemic, we were delayed a little bit in starting, so we didn't actually begin the instruction process with these students, right, until mid-September. And then, of course, they just had their area competition in early January. So from mid-September to January, that's when we were, intensely, breaking down the music, studying it, analyzing it, and getting them to understand it in a deeper sense, so that they can be at the state level that they needed to be at, in January when they auditioned for it. I am extremely excited. I know my colleagues are excited, our principal, everybody's just on cloud 9 per se, because of the fact this is a campus history record that we have set. We have never had so many all-state students, so this has been 4 years in the making, that we started, myself and the staff. We sat down, we planned it out, and we had to watch them grow. From most of them are seniors, so we started them from their freshman year up to now, and we started with the fundamentals, and we started making sure that they had the skills necessary, because most of these etudes or exercises that they have to prepare, that's college level literature that they're having to compete in, so we got to make sure that they are prepared and that they have those skills necessary. So in doing all that work and them succeeding throughout the years, it's really brought a positive vibe to Mission in the fine arts sense. Mission is a very proud athletic community, like most communities in Texas. So for us to start building the band program, the fine arts environment in this community, has really gone up, and it keeps rising. And I know we're very excited for what the future brings. The pandemic did put a wrench in the machine, like everywhere else, so we're gonna take it as a, let's take a step back, let's reevaluate, and let's, new beginning, let's go ahead and hit it full force. And I know that our community and our school, are gonna be behind us 100%, and they're gonna get, what they put into it, because we're dedicated to committing ourselves, to our students and their success now and in the future. And hopefully we can continue this trend now. Hopefully we can make this a tradition in having multiple All-Staters year after year, and just keep growing that way.
Veterans Memorial High School will continue with their commitment to students' music endeavors as well as their overall academic career. Well, there's always a topic or theme to honor, and according to the National Days calendar, that counts for today too. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the celebrations going on today. February the 24th marks National Tortilla Chip Day. Now here in the Rio Grande Valley, we love our tortilla chips, especially when paired with delicious guacamole, salsa, or nacho cheese. It's definitely a staple snack for South Texas. So today is your chance to appreciate all the forms in which tortilla chips can bring about a delicious side. And as always, be sure to stick with our team every day for more on the National Days calendar. All right, well, that is all of our time for now. Thanks again so much for joining us today, and be sure to follow our team on social media for behind the scenes of what we got going on. Plus, stick around tomorrow. Our Valley Por Vida crew will have the latest on all things happening in your neighborhood, so we'll see you then.